How people view the INFJ. Imagine meeting someone who seems to understand you on a deeper level. Someone who listens, cares, and seems to know exactly what you're feeling before you even say a word. This is the INFJ, often referred to as the advocate or the counselor, the rarest of the 16 Myers-Briggs personality types. But with their deep insight and unique approach to life comes a mystery. The way people view the INFJ is complex, varied, and often misunderstood. In this video, we'll break down exactly how people see the INFJ, from their incredible empathy to their enigmatic nature. 1. The empathetic listener. One of the first things people notice about INFJs is their incredible empathy. They don't just hear what you're saying, they feel it. INFJs have a unique ability to step into another person's shoes, making people feel deeply understood and cared for. Friends and family often view them as the go-to person for advice or emotional support because they provide a safe, non-judgmental space to express even the most vulnerable feelings. Someone might open up to an INFJ about a tough personal experience, feeling like they've never been understood by anyone before. The INFJ listens intently, offering not just sympathy, but true empathy that makes the other person feel seen and validated. However, this deep empathy can sometimes lead to emotional burnout for the INFJ, and it can leave them feeling drained when they take on too many people's emotions. 2. The quiet observer. INFJs are often viewed as quiet and reserved. They tend to hang back in social settings, carefully observing everything around them. This makes people perceive them as mysterious and hard to figure out. INFJs rarely engage in small talk and prefer deeper, more meaningful conversations, which can make casual acquaintances think they're aloof or even standoffish. At a party, the INFJ might stand at the edge of the room, quietly watching and analyzing people's behavior, rather than jumping into the mix of light-hearted chatter. Others might misinterpret their introversion as disinterest, when in fact they're absorbing all the details and interactions around them. This quiet, reflective nature adds to the sense of mystery that often surrounds INFJs. 3. The mysterious intellectual. INFJs are deep thinkers, constantly processing information and analyzing their surroundings. They are drawn to big-picture ideas, philosophy, psychology, and the meaning of life. This intellectual side makes them seem incredibly wise, but also hard to understand. People often view INFJs as enigmatic because they seem to be thinking several steps ahead, but they don't always share their thought process. In a group discussion, an INFJ might remain silent for a long time, and then suddenly contribute an insightful, thought-provoking comment that shifts the entire conversation. This tendency to speak up only when they have something meaningful to say can make them appear wise but also a bit unpredictable. The depth of their thought processes often goes unnoticed, and people might be left wondering what's going on in their minds. 4. The idealistic dreamer. INFJs are idealists, often dreaming of a better world where fairness, justice, and compassion rule. This idealism is one of their defining traits, but it can also make them seem unrealistic to others. People may view the INFJ as naive or overly optimistic because they hold themselves and the world to such high standards. In a workplace setting, an INFJ might push for ethical practices and fairness, even if it's not the easiest or most profitable path. Colleagues might admire their principles but think they're too idealistic, unaware that the INFJ's strong values drive everything they do. This sense of idealism, while admirable, can sometimes make the INFJ feel out of step with a world that doesn't always share their vision. 5. The compassionate leader from the shadows. INFJs make for natural leaders, but they don't seek the spotlight. Unlike more extroverted personality types, they prefer to lead from behind the scenes. People view INFJs as compassionate leaders who guide others with a quiet strength. They are not driven by ego, but by a deep desire to help others grow and succeed. An INFJ in a leadership role might quietly mentor a colleague, helping them reach their potential without taking any credit for their success. They lead with empathy, but without the need for public recognition, making them highly respected, but also somewhat mysterious in their motives. Their leadership style can leave others in awe of their ability to influence without dominating. 6. The misunderstood soul. Perhaps one of the most common ways people view INFJs is as misunderstood. Because they are such complex individuals, it can be difficult for others to fully grasp who they are. They may be seen as contradictory, introverted but capable of deep connection, quiet but passionate, reserved but idealistic. This misunderstanding often leads to a sense of loneliness for the INFJ, as they struggle to feel truly seen by others. They may have many acquaintances, but only a few deep, meaningful connections with people who truly understand them. 7. The protector of boundaries. INFJs have a strong need for personal space and time to recharge. While they are incredibly giving and empathetic, they also require solitude to process their thoughts and emotions. People often view INFJs as distant or detached when they retreat to their inner world, but this is simply how they maintain their emotional balance. An INFJ might disappear for days or weeks without much communication, not because they don't care, but because they need time to reset their emotional energy. Friends and family might feel hurt or confused, not realizing that this withdrawal is necessary for the INFJ's well-being. This need for boundaries can make it difficult for others to maintain a close relationship with an INFJ, further contributing to their sense of being misunderstood. People view the INFJ as a complex, often contradictory individual, someone who is both deeply empathetic and fiercely independent, quiet and observant, yet capable of profound insight. Individuals with the INFJ personality type are seen as mysterious, private, and idealistic, often admired for their compassion but misunderstood for their need for solitude. While others may struggle to understand them, INFJs bring a unique depth and perspective to every relationship they enter. INFJs are a rare and special breed, offering the world a combination of wisdom, empathy, and idealism that few others possess. If you have an INFJ in your life, cherish them. Though they may be hard to understand at times, their value is immeasurable.